Well, I promised you an updated video on how we raise over 500 pounds of chicken in our backyard, and here it is. Our Freedom Ranger chickens are about 4 weeks old, and it is time to split them into two pens and move them out to pasture. Before we move them, we give them fresh grain. My husband's dropping off some grain here in their feeder trays. Those are hanging inside the pen, so they go right along with us as we move. Ethan is outside moving the grounding rod for the electric and disconnecting its connection to the other pen so that we can move them together. And because the field was just mowed, but not quite short enough for the electric, we have Katie on the mower here giving us a little fresh cut to make sure that none of the grass interferes with the electric. And so that we don't run them over when we move the pens, we pull the waterers out, we give them a little bit of a cleanup and fill them up with fresh cold water for them. And this whole process takes us just a few minutes each morning and each evening. The meadow is very dry right now, so we are moving them twice a day to give them the best chance they can to get fresh grass. You can see the electric insulators along the bottom of the pens here, and that runs up to a solar panel that we keep on the pen, and that connects to the other pen, so we keep them electrified at all times. That trolley you saw on the front is something that Ethan welded for us to allow us to lift the pen up and pull it along. And then he put these levers on the back. We push down and latch them in place with some gate hardware, and they can just ride right along. That a little bit of space that we have does mean that one or two chickens can pop out, but it's generally not very difficult to get them back in at the end. And now we just pull this forward, just one position forward. Ethan can steer it with that trolley at the front and redirect it where we want it to go. And once it's in place, we can go ahead and release the hardware latch on the back, and that sets the pen back down in its permanent position for the day. And any chickens who escaped underneath during the move get ushered back in, and we'll see them in the morning.